Next up, we have Ashley with ClearCapital. Ashley, are you with us?
I'm here.
Hi, Ashley. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right, let me do a quick introduction and then the floor will be yours. ClearCollateral Review, CCR, is a highly efficient and intelligent automated underwriting review system that enables you to apply a risk-based approach to appraisal review and close more loans faster. The system centralizes all analytical tools and data required to review an appraisal and leverages machine learning to eliminate manual tasks, improving review quality and reducing the review effort by 50%. What's more, Ashley?
Awesome. Hi, everybody. So I'm Ashley Bierwolf. I am the Director of Product for ClearCapital's ClearCollateral Review platform. And today I'm excited to show you how CCR can help remove subjectivity and add consistency to your appraisal review process, really while allowing your business to flex and scale with changes to our requirements in our industry, as well as volume. So let me show you how we do that. So first and foremost, the system is built on this idea that we want to make sure the correct reviewer or collateral underwriter is reviewing each and every appraisal that comes into the system. So based on criteria such as the loan amount or CU scores or a whole variety of things like maybe the geographic location of the property or the loan type. What is the riskiness of this file and who in our organization has the skills needed to review this file properly? So that is our set of review tiers. Once we know who we want to review this this appraisal, then we also want to know what kind of a review they should do. And here is a little bit where the secret sauce in terms of scalability comes in. Based on all those same kinds of criteria that you might select a reviewer based on, you can also determine what kind of a review this file should receive. So in the case of a particularly low risk file, maybe auto approve is the best option and no human should be involved in this review process. When we do want a human involved in the review process, these review scopes allow you to determine what report views, review tools, and review forms you want your reviewer to have access to on this appraisal review. So then lastly, in terms of the management tools, I wanted to touch on our ClearQC proprietary appraisal rule set. This is a set of about 80 rules that we have honed in on over the last, I would say, 15 years or so. With these rule sets, you can really configure not only when these rules run, but what the thresholds are at which they will fail and what weights they will carry when they do fail. Another thing to touch on with our ClearQC rules here is that we do have a set of what we call ClearPhoto or Photo AI rules that can check to make sure all of the required photos are present within your appraisal, that they're all properly labeled, and that the photos, sketch, and grid information are all consistent with one another. So now briefly, I want to talk about what this looks like for a reviewer. So sort of like we talked about at the beginning, our goal here is to bring all the tools that a reviewer might need and put them in one place so they're not bouncing back and forth between different systems, managing different logins and the like. So for every case that comes into our system, we provide MLS photos, we have case and loan information, we have public record details. And then we really get into the sort of meat and potatoes of the review process here. So we do provide the original appraisal PDF. In the case of lower risk reviews, perhaps you don't want them digging through all the commentary in a 50-page appraisal PDF, and you'd rather they look at the subject characteristics, the photos, map, and sketch in a little bit more easy to digest format. So that's why we created this quick view here. When we do have a more complex review, we also offer the ability to order our ClearProp product. That's really great for things like market trending information, historical property data, and a comparable search function. We also here have our scores and findings. This is where you'll see the appraised value compared to the supportable value range given our data in our Clear AVM. We also provide what's called a valuation accuracy score and a report quality score. These are scores that you can use to drive volume into different tiers and different review scopes and really understand the riskiness of this property, how well the value is supported, and how well formed the appraisal report itself is. Then, of course, we have our failed rules. We have Freddie and Fannie findings as data so that your reviewers don't have to go download submission summary reports to complete their review. We also here have a nearby similar properties grid. This will be the top 10 sales and listings that we found in MLS and public records. This just gives reviewers a really easy way to see how the comparables used within the appraisal stack up against everything else that was available in the market at the time the appraisal was completed. And then lastly, I wanted to touch on our configurable review forms. We can ask any kind of questions that you need to ask. We can create as many or as few of these as your organization needs. And the coolest part about these review forms is that we can actually pre-populate the answers to the questions within the review form, as long as the data to answer those questions is found within the appraisal XML or the loan information provided to us. So that's the demo today. Definitely reach out. Let's talk to you about how ClearCollateral Review can work with you and streamline your review process.
All right, Ashley. So thank you for taking us through ClearCollateral Review. That was a little bit of a mouthful. You say it much more smoothly than I did. So the first question I have for you is, how does ClearCollateral Review workflow create scalability in the appraisal review process?
Yeah, so we definitely see, we all know in our industry that things sort of change throughout the year and you need to be able to flex up and down. And so configurability within who can review these files, maybe you can have a more junior set of reviewers take on more reviews in periods of high volume, or maybe we can crank up the auto approve, things like that, reduce the number of rules that are failing, fewer things for your reviewers to check, really just give lenders the flexibility to make changes in all aspects of their process throughout the year and as volume changes.
And what specifically does ClearCollateral Review do to help reduce compliance risk and the risk of bias in the appraisal process? Not an easy question.
It is not an easy question. We do a lot. I'm hoping that we do a lot and we'll continue to do more. But really consistency is key here. So with a lot of lenders, what we see in their review process, though the reviewers are well-meaning, there's a lot of subjectivity in their processes historically. And so we want to make sure that every reviewer is checking for the same things on every appraisal without any subjectivity involved, so that we can just keep those processes compliant, for one, and two, that there's no decision making that the reviewer has to do beyond, is this value supported, which is what we really care about. We'll let the system take care of the process.
Nice. And what are the ways that lenders can access ClearCollateral Review tools, and what are the benefits of those different methods?
Yeah, so we're excited to have a couple of different ways to access ClearCollateral Review now, as compared to when we talked about it before, which is exciting. So we do have the entire workflow system, which I just demoed, and you saw the beautiful modern UI, but we also now have a set of APIs that we can integrate into a lender's loan origination system or system of order management, so they can access all of these review tools within the ecosystem that they're already living in. So would love to talk with lenders about both of those options.
All right. And which appraisal forms and loan types do the rules cover?
All of them. So yeah, in terms of the appraisal forms, all the standard appraisal review forms we can cover. We have standard appraisal rules to make sure that those reports are, well formed and all the requirements of the different forms are met.
All right, Ashley, thank you so much. And with that, I'm going to invite Jennifer back onto the stage and we're going to wrap up demo day.